Hey, Brian.
Hey, Tom. I'm just setting up, put the link in there. Um,
Be back.
yep. Okay. Welcome. My name is Brian Knight, and I live near Melbourne, Australia, and it's 5:04 a.m. on a Wednesday for me, anyway. Uh, Still rocking on Tuesday for you, Tom, mate. Right now, let me just share this quickly. Welcome to this FOREX analysis session. Just note that any trades discussed in this group will be classed as educational only. The reason for that is we're a group of people helping each other and we are not financial advisors. So please don't take trades that you're happy to take based on your own analysis. There is a full disclosure and a bit about us as live session traders. And when we talk about sticking to a strategy, I mean, what we do is we follow, I suppose, what we call just a relaxed method of trading. It's not scalping, not um, following what you call an application or anything. It's really just looking at how we can gain the move in a trend on a trade over a period of time. Oh yeah, ADCAD. So yeah, market. This is daily time frame. This is Renko bricks. Even though it says 2 hour, I mean these bricks could be anything. Anyway, so once you get used to that, it's a bit of a new thing. Anyway,
It's
this
the
is
2 hour time frame we use, but we don't use, so everybody knows we're on the same time frame. We just don't use the actual time.
yeah, correct. Yeah,
Right,
absolutely,
right.
Tom.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I'm saying it's on a 2 hour time frame, as in the chart.
right, exactly.
Yeah. So um, I got into this trade back up on the 15th of May and went into a bit of drawdown, went into some positive. It's still positive, it's just not moving at any pace. Um, and now, if you look at the bricks, it's give us an indication that it's just flip flopping around, but that's okay. Um, it did pull up to get along on it, but then just pulled back down again. That was the start of the week when the market opened, pushed up, and now it's pushed back down again. So AUD CAD, I'm staying in it at the moment. We're not talking about anything amazing. It could quite easily push back up again. After the announcement, which it's gone now. That one. RBA minutes. I see. I was watching the news last night and just saying after the RBA minutes, price dropped down a bit, but that's because the minutes indicated that there could be a larger rate cut next time they meet, but we'll see. We'll see. Yesterday here, the minimum wage got a hike up, so the minimum wage is now $25 an hour, or just underneath $24, 89, whatever it is. So just anyway, so that there's a we call like an arbitrator that the unions say they want this much, business says they only want to pay this much, the government says, well, we want you to give people an increase in basic wage, and then they decide. So anyway, so it didn't really sort of affect too much, I guess, currency in that situation. Okay, AD CHF though, it did pull back up. So I'm in this trade as well for a sell. I've given away a bit of profit on it, and it seems like price is above the current, sorry, the last completed brick as well. And we've got a wick down. So it could quite easily push back up to here. Anyway, I'm still getting used to this time of weather. Should get out of the trade or not. But I'm looking at the standard Japanese candles over here, and I'm going like, look, it's not such a big deal at the moment. And yes, sure, giving away profit. This has been 3 days of push up, but it's come back to the line. We'll see if it bounces off it or breaks through. I'm starting to get used to it, Tom, looking at both of them and get some sort of a view on it. Anyway.
Can you fix that trend line real quick?
Yeah, tough both of those.
Yeah, go back to the shrink that down a little bit, just a little bit, so you can see the brick to the left. Yeah, find that brick that it had to beat to your left, your base brick to your left. Yeah, that one right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, see the one next to it? Which one had the lower low?
Hang on a minute. Come over here and we'll have a look properly. In here, there's a wick down for that one.
So that'd be the lowest?
Yeah.
All right, so start your trend line there.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you're changing it. You okay, no worries. Trend line over there. Yeah.
Yeah, now go to the first pullback, that blue one with
This one?
yeah, that one right there. From
Or
the
that
top
one?
to that one.
I know the first pullback there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We want it all the way over there now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
okay.
what you're looking for is for that to break.
Oh, the original where the trend line was fine to have it there when we first to break.
Yeah, that tells
Now
you
there's
when
a
that
second.
line's going to turn white.
Right. Okay.
So
Gotcha.
so now you're going to set it up for either a bounce here, and it's going to
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
that
yeah,
trend
yeah,
line
yeah,
and push
yeah,
up.
yeah. Which is also around this year as well. Actually,
Exactly.
should be there too. They sort of match up a bit. So
Exactly.
okay.
So if that's going to be your diving board where it's going to bounce off of, so to speak,
to go back into the buy.
right?
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, well, I suppose you're looking at this potentially longer term. So I'm still looking. Well, in a way, this sort of doesn't confirm, but it says, like we're in more of a sell. We crossed over there for the buy up. I'm looking for the crossover here now for the sell down, which I got into back up here, basically, which is a bit crazy, isn't it, really? But then again,
Just keep an eye on your trend lines. They're going to tell you everything.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a long, like if this pushes back up again now, back into even stop loss, my stop loss was way up here. Okay. That's okay. I've got plenty of time to go like, no, I'm getting out. Right, yeah, AUD And this is one that I sort of was, they're all pushed back up at the start of the week anyway. We'll see Tuesday, Wednesday, whether we get that sort of push back down. I'm waiting for that drop off. But you've got this here, look at it, wicks down into that area, but it just doesn't want to break it down as yet. All these ones. It's growth down, balance of trade now. Okay. Oh yeah. It crossed over here, came back. We just don't have they're not close enough there yet. Okay, AD, NZD. I'm also in the sell for this, and it is doing that slight bit of pullback on it as well. So I'm in positive on that. It sort of came up, but they didn't cross over. There's EMA, the trend bars, and we're pushing back down. I'm looking for it to push back down. This was your here. These are your where are they? They're down here and up there. That's your weekly boxes, Tom, that we put in last week sometime. So I'm still looking for this to sell and break the low down here. But then the New Zealand dollar did gain a bit of strength. So we will see. We'll see. But as you said, this can't go in a straight line, keep going down. It's got to be pullbacks in it, just as it was there, just as it was there, just as it was there, just as it was there. So.
Well, it is pulling back right now.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Right.
So it's above the last one that was created, but it's still not. Oh, it's not in the right spot now.
So what are you looking for?
Yeah, it's created this one. Oh, I'll pull back to wherever it's going to come back to before it sells off again. But the point, well, it could in actual fact break the high up here too. And that just depends. It has been long-term sellout though. Oh, not long-term, sorry. It's been since the end of February. It's been selling out. Welcome, Darren. He probably still in this AUD NZD, I think, for the sell. Prices come back out.
Yeah, still in it.
Yeah. It's starting to do a weird, like it's just dancing around.
Yeah, like everything, yeah.
Like everything. All right. Well, Tom, at the moment, it's doing a pullback. It's whether it actually will break this little wick up in here on those candles. It's whether it'll break up in there on the standard candles. It does have this sort of want to push down though. So I'm going to stay in this at the moment as well. All right, AUD Singapore. Starting to get into some of these. Look at that push up, and then now it goes sideways. Oh gosh, it's not really necessarily one I want to be in the trade. See how it's crossed over there, and now it's just coming back and getting close to each other again. So I'm waiting for whichever way it's either buy or sell back out. I mean, the seller's been a much longer term sell out. So the trend is to sell. It's just when you work out, it comes out of this sideways stuff. And maybe this is a non-farm payroll push. Maybe not.
It's going to be a non-farm payroll push. That's why it's sitting around doing nothing now.
Yeah. It's just twiddling its thumbs, waiting, ready to go.
Right.
So,
in theory, though, on your daily time frame, if it's going to continue push down, it's got to do one of two things, right? It's either got to beat that long that's way down at that bottom.
Yeah. Or break the short up top.
Or break the short up top.
The shorts are actually not that far away.
Well, not only that, but if it doesn't break that, that's going to be your turning point for back down.
Yeah, back down. That's right.
Yeah. So
let me have a look
I could
and
see this thing
see.
going, spike and then spike
Hang
the
on,
other way
where are we?
too.
There. So it's that. Yeah, okay. So really, we're talking about this potentially coming up to that box. I'm going to get rid of that because I don't. Oh well, it doesn't need to do there. This potentially come to that box and then just drop off. So it's got a few days to do it.
Yeah, your bottom box is wrong.
Hey, the one down. That's not a box. That's just a line. I think.
No, the bottom one. All right, go back up.
Oh, sorry. Up in here. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be on that blue one over there.
That one over here.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Just take the whole box. Yeah, it came down to that. Pull that white in and then pull back up.
Right. So now that you have a double top like that,
Yeah,
that's the top you have to beat.
Yeah, but it may not. It may just come up and then just drop itself back off again.
That's what I'm trying to say. So
yeah, okay.
Because it's a double top, you should move that bar up to the top.
This one.
Yes.
Ooh.
Anything between these two bars now is your high and your low.
Low, yeah.
And it's already tried to break this bottom once. So I would be looking for it to come up somewhere within these two bars and fail to make a new high, and then look for the drop off.
Yeah.
If it's gonna go short.
Well, I can put a sell stop in place.
Do you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you. That's what I'm saying as well. Yeah. But not necessarily break down here. It might only come down to this area here. Anyway, I've got it on the watchy. We'll just see. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3. That's a long on that one. We'll see when we get a turn. Maybe here. I'm going to put a line in because it's all right. Let me just do
You do you, man.
I'm thinking around about there for a sell stop. And this will push 50%? Up. Yeah. And then come back down again. I'm not willing to do a limit order. Just prefer if it's just on the right side of price, then I'll just grab a sell or a buy. Right. Okay. Now this could just keep going up and break the high. And that's okay. Who cares? As long as it's above. And anyway, AUD I still going, this is like rubbish. It's going up, I know. And yes, if I had been in the buy back down here, it'd be okay, but just painful. Because it's this, and you've got the two trends up there. This is really this is opposite to all the other AUDs primarily. Because all the other AUDs are selling out. It's just that the Aussie dollar is slightly, well, basically equal to what US is going on and just sitting there. So at some point, and this goes, so at some point, it could sell off. It would have what we got here? That's nothing. Oh, Fed chair. No jobs. No, this will be, non-farm payroll. Okay. Right. That's the trigger. Now, I'm not sort of willing to pick that one. Anyway, CAD CHF. It's also in the last 24 hours done a bit of a push up, bit of a fake. I tell you what, this is like it's been you look at that painful stuff across there for ages. When did that sort of from August to Feb. Yeah. Still selling though, isn't it? It hasn't broken. It's created that lower. We might just get a sellout on this one as well. Anyway. It's probably in the wrong spot now, isn't it? Once it creates a few more candles. Okay. Let's see, these are starting to come closer together. So it's where it wants to go up, I think. Anyway, we will, let me just put this in here. We'll see. Potentially look at this. Maybe to come out anyway. Okay. CAD JPY. It's also just jumping around the place. Isn't it, Darren, you're getting on a short like that and it does this sort of stuff to you. Just, it's wrong. Wrong. No. I'm going to take that off because I don't know. It just keeps sideways. It looked like it was going to take off and then it's pulled back in anyway. CHFJPY, again, that's also just pretty sideways. Okay, Euro AUD. Now this is one. Right, yeah, 1, 2. Okay, let's. What we got? Okay. They're painting two way different pictures, aren't they?
In what way?
Well, I'm seeing this as a long-term buy, like on the daily, yeah? And it's just dancing around here. It has pulled down, it's come down to this area here and then pull back up again. And I would see this potentially as a buy back up, right? But then on here, look at the bricks, we've got the two trend bars coming in potentially. And if you look at it here, it's like there's potentially a lot further to go to sell. That's what I'm saying there. For me, I see them as competing. Then we've got a change of color here. And maybe it will buy back up. They were gonna, was it lower interest rates, wasn't it? Yeah. So what do you think, Darren? Will it decrease the value of the euro? When's it going to be? That's on the 5th, so it's not until it's the day before non-farm payroll. You wouldn't get in on that long. Look at it. It's just rubbish at the moment. Okay. Yeah, a bit Or it might come up to take that and then drop off. Okay. What are you seeing, Tom?
I'm looking for either a short-term buy here or a long-term buy. Because on the higher time frame, it says it's going to go much higher. But
Okay.
on my lower time frame, it says it's not going to break this high first.
Yeah.
So it may be doing a pull. This may be just the finish of a pullback and go higher, or it's not going to break this and do a second short to cover everything it lost over on the daily when it pulls back before it takes off.
So, yeah, I'm in the same situation. I'm not quite.
Yeah, so
I think it needs to show us a little bit more.
That's exactly right. So your lowest low has already been beaten. See your white bar?
Yeah, this one here.
No,
this here.
Yeah, that one. So it's been beaten. So I move my bar down now, down to the bottom one, the second row. See the one below it? Just
that one there.
One more. Yep, that one right there. So now I have my low.
Oh, yeah, because that's, okay, yeah.
So now I'm looking for it to come back to this or this area.
Yeah, okay.
So anything under that blue line that's white, I'm waiting for it to turn blue so I can get into the buy. So it's a pullback that'll turn a blue brick white or something like that. Or it pulls back to the blue line and gives you a wick.
Yeah.
Something that's going to tell me it's going to keep going.
Okay.
But I'm within this two line range.
Yeah.
So it could very well just bounce off this top rail and start to pull back down.
Yeah, okay.
So again, if it's going to go up and break the top of that long over there on that daily,
yeah.
I'm going to have about 80,000 chances to get in. So I'm not worried about getting in at this moment. I'm going to let it run for a minute.
Yeah, it's sort of got to make its mind up in here, doesn't it? Okay. Euro CAD. Oh, God, no, that's rubbish. Forget that. Euro CHF. I'm pretty sure that's rubbish too. Yeah. It's like for what we were trading anyway. Oh my gosh, look at that. Euro GBP. Look at that for a buy and look at what it's done. It's not quite finished going down. Okay. It's obviously coming to get this bit. No, let's see if let's see when this one finishes off. Look at that. It just came back one brick into the trend bar and then drops off.
So if it was going to take off again, where would it have to come back to?
Well, it has to come back into here and then take off. But I don't know. We don't know if this is this could be the swing low down here. It's pushed up, pull back a bit, and could take off. It's whether it'll break down past here. But if it goes, it might just even just wick into here and then take off. It'll be then 1, 2. Okay. Then what I'll be looking at is potentially a buy stop just in there.
What's to your left? What did it miss?
In when it came down here,
Yeah.
well, it's missed out all of like this row, basically.
No, just the blue. Find the blue.
Oh, yeah, that one there, you reckon?
I reckon it's going to be
That one here.
probably down by.
No, there's that there.
I can't see. Can you blow that up
Oh,
right
sorry. Yeah. See.
No, it's well, yes, you're correct, but go over to your right where the green line is. See the last blue one before before it took off.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's in the same row.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you're right, but that's the one you're looking for.
Yeah, well, it just hasn't come down and taken it.
Did it wick into it at all?
No. Did it wick into it? Yes, it did. Just. I'll show you. Hang on. If I go across the top of that, see the wick came straight into it. Bang.
All right, then it's that white one.
Down here.
No, the one below it.
Oh, down here.
No, the one below the blue brick at the top.
Oh,
The
right,
white one.
down here.
That one right there.
Okay.
No, nope, the one below it. Yes.
Okay, why is that one and not the one below on its own, or that one?
Because these are lows. If it doesn't want to break, if it's going to keep going up,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not going to
yeah,
want to
yeah.
break that low. But it's
Yeah,
going to come
okay.
back and take that blue one. It'll come down and the white brick will stop at the white brick that came down the last time, and
Okay.
it'll just wick into that
Mhm.
white brick and then turn around and take off. In theory.
Yeah. All of this is theory. That's right. And it seems to be that the British pound is stronger than what the euro is. It doesn't look like it's tried to break up there and it's now going back down again. So looks like we're still in that cell coming back down. Let's see if it bounces off here. It might not. It might not bounce off here. I'm thinking it'll come back up to here somewhere and then come back down, but we'll see. Okay. Right here. It's just dirty over here, though. Okay. Euro JPY. It's still going up. Ever so slowly. A little bit, it doesn't want to break that, pull back. That's okay, though. We'll see if it breaks up past here. But it probably only go there and then pull back. Anyway, okay. Euro NZD. What are you doing? Slowly working its way down there. It's just not convincing enough at the moment. This is more just consolidation than anything. All right, Euro Singapore. Right out. Here we go. Coming back out. It's done its drop off. It looks like this is its low anyway. It's doing a pullback at the moment. That's good. 2, 3. All right. And that pulled back enough to here. I'll put a buy stop in it. Okay. Euro USD. One we got chucked out of Darren, and it has then continued up.
Yeah. Yeah. Wicked out and then
Yeah, I know.
continued up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bloody
very
week.
frustrating.
It is buying though. At the moment, it's not. Just pull back a bit. It's just that week. We just didn't have enough stop on it, obviously. All right, then. I'm not willing to. Euro USD is a bit of a weird one at the moment. And non-farm payroll coming up Friday. It's GBP AUD. Why is I think they're leaving that on. Darren, is there any news of any interest rate stuff or
No, I've
not heard anything?
don't think. Yeah, I've not barely looked at the charts today or yesterday.
Okay.
Um,
Well, the
I'm not
news on
sure.
the street is not too many people are happy with Mr. Starmer at the moment. They reckon
Yeah,
he's marching them towards a war.
marching them towards a war. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. I know they're increasing defence spending, but
Yeah.
there's a generally a consensus in favour of that, I think.
This might be totally wrong. I'm thinking it's going to buy for sure. I'm more into a yeah. Let's see how far this comes back down again. If it bounces out of here to go back up. I mean, you can see on the daily it's tried to push back up again now. We've got a change here. It's crossed. Look at them. They cross over right where that wick is, which is, so wide, but maybe that's at least here. Look, it came back here to try to cross over. It didn't, dropped off again, and now it's come back. All right, let's go here to try and break. All right, well, let's see. All right, your GBP CAD. Hopefully, this is where things start to move after this non-farm payroll. But then again, you don't know. There might be tariffs flying around all over the. Again, here's a nice long Darren, and then it just pulls back down in past. Probably time to GCAD. Might be time to get into and buy on that one as well. Even if it only just goes up to there. Oh yeah. QVP, actually I'll change that then. QVP CHF. And it took off. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's see. We might just move that up to there. We might get along in there soon. It looks like the British pound's getting a bit of strength now. Crossed over here. Done a little pullbacks. Okay, GJ. Similar thing. I don't like these JPYs though at the moment. And it's just very okay. GN. Totally opposite. Look at that. Now it's pulling back out. Now that is short and it's just pulled straight back past it. Don't know about that. Look at it. Crossover, crossover, crossover. It has been a long-term buy, hasn't it? All right, okay. Not really convinced on that. GBP Singapore, you're still in the buy on that, Darren?
I can't remember, Brian, but I'm probably gonna take these Singapore, these SGD pairs off my sort of watch list completely, because I've had several times now the spreads have just taken me out.
Yeah.
When really they shouldn't.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I think it's not too difficult to trade. You know, like absolutely ridiculous spreads. Just
yeah.
knock me out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. With the type of stop loss that you've got. Yeah, okay. All right, no worries. GU is the same, but you're staying in that one. That should be buying.
What's that, GU?
Yeah.
I'm still in that, Brian. That seems to be going all right, that one.
Seems to be. It's done a little pullback and then yeah, back since the middle of May. Okay. All right. And then the NZDs, I'm looking at getting into that GU. We'll see. NZDs are still just sideways. Nothing at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not in any NZDs at all.
No.
Sorry, yes, I am. I'm in NU actually.
I think. For the buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think unfortunately it's going to do a bit of a pullback. But anyway. Oh yeah, Singapore, Japanese yen, which I'm still trading the Singapores. I'm not. Yeah. Anyway, that's just me. Hopefully, we're going to get it sell out on it, but it's yet to break down through there. Okay, UCAD is so annoying. I got into that one.
Yeah, I'm still in this one.
You are, yeah. Yeah, I got out of it and didn't get back in again. I knew I wanted to, but just never took the opportunity. We'll see what happens non-farm payroll where it pushes down. If it pulls back up a bit, I might be able to have an opportunity to take another bite at it. USD CHF, same, pushing back down. Oh, actually, it's pushed back up nicely. Oh, that's good. Oh, yes. Okay, good. Let's see if I get the opportunity for the sellout on that one. Okay, UJ. Again, they're all just pushing up that little bit. Okay. USD Singapore, that's good. That's pushed back up a bit as well. Get ready for the sell. Oh, gold, 3,354. Thank you. Okay. Now it looks like it's coming off though. Look at that, pushed right up at 3.5. Still wants to push up. This is going to be a little pullback at the moment. And silver was quite amazing yesterday. Did you see that? Darren, I don't know if you saw it. Silver just went off the went crazy. A big move. Market open, silver, 1,782, which is 178, but it's a pretty big move for silver. Traded up that, not quite a new high, but come up to match up in here anyway. I don't tend to trade silver. But anyway, Bitcoin's come back out. It's 106. I thought we would have had more of a dip on it, but it's recovered. And then where's your oil? It's come up a bit too, 63 now. But still going sideways, Darren. It's not really going to give you any indication. There's no long, there's no, you had a long, you haven't had a short, and it's still, it's just sitting in this band at the moment. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, there's a couple there I'd like to have a go at. We'll see how we go. Some of these AUDs are just playing around at the moment. All right. How's that for you?
Sounds good.
Again, Tom, you're not in anything?
Yeah.
No, just waiting for the, I think non-farm payroll is going to be middle of the year, non-farm payroll. Hopefully somebody doesn't open their gob too much and the market starts to move around a bit. I think it's still really gun shy, the market. It just doesn't want to do anything.
No, it's definitely not a trending market.
No.
I mean, I've not entered any new trades
Since the middle of last month.
Yeah, probably. I'm just
yeah.
But I've been I've been trying different sort of bots and auto trading, and I've had, but the results have been a bit mixed. But I've really started getting into it a bit heavier now, and looking at really quite interesting.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what he said. He broke up.
Yeah, I know he did. He's obviously traveling away somewhere.
Sorry, yeah, I don't know if you can hear me now, but I've really been spending quite a bit of time looking at these sort of EAs and
yeah, they're bots.
There's so much out there now, and some really interesting ones. Some of them are, you see these ones that have been sort of verified on my FX book. You can see you can see the account history, that sort of thing, and so I'm spending quite a bit of time looking at these. Yeah, quite interesting.
Yeah, so have I, but I haven't. you know, I see them, they go well, and then they all crash and burn.
Well,
Like,
some do, don't they? I think the ones that crash and burn are these that are using sort of martingale strategies and this sort of thing.
yeah,
If you sort of stay clear of those,
yeah,
I think that some really interesting ones. I've just joined something recently called the pipcollective.com,
yeah.
and you get different set files and test them yourself and play around with settings and back test them, and so I'm getting quite interested in it actually.
Okay.
So it seems potentially the way to go, and I think there are some ones that are sort of more scalping type
Yeah,
DAs as well, which I'm sort of thinking. I think scalping can work in almost any market, can't it? So you don't need a trending market for some of these scalping ones. So I think that's quite interesting. But anyway, I'll let you know how I'll keep you posted how
how
I
you
get on
go or
with.
what's happening. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, well, I looked at
Yeah,
a lot of those Forex factory ones, but as
yeah.
I said, there's ones that there's a lot of them you see that just crash and burn, and I
Well, they
mean
do.
the
Yeah,
cost to some of them, you're really not. You have to have a large account for them to sort of return enough on them.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's okay. That's interesting. You'll keep us posted. But as you're saying, it maybe in this sort of market at the moment, scalping is the way to sort of grab a bit here and there. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
still, I mean, the market still moves. It will. It just takes longer to move in a trending situation. So,
Yeah.
all right, Dan, we'll keep. Yeah, Darren, no worries at all. No, this is all good discussion and like what works for for anyone. We'll
Yeah.
sort of share that thing. All right, then, no worries.
Well,
Okay.
us as traders are so outdated, it's not funny
Yeah.
because with the new AI and everything else, it's just there's no need for us.
Yeah.
The computers are going to talk to each other and make transactions
Yeah.
based on economic numbers we would never understand.
Correct.
Yeah.
They have so many different parameters that all come into one and go, well, this is going to be good because of a million different things that
exactly.
say it's going to happen. Yeah. Where we're looking at a couple of trend lines and a few bricks.
I mean, there are a few of these. There are a few of these. Well, you see quite a lot now. They're in sort of Dubai with the flash cars and they're promoting these.
Yeah.
These EAs. I think those are the ones to sort of stay clear of.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they're the ones that do crash and burn. I mean, they work for a while. Everybody,
Yeah.
People get excited, their account's growing, and then, as you say, all of a sudden they just, something starts going the wrong way and they just crash. So I think it's stay clear of those and I'm just sort of getting more into the ones where you can sort of do your own thing. Like I said, this pipcollective.com, so I'm quite interested in that. So I've sort of joined that. I'll pay a monthly subscription for that. They provide you with a sort of EA to start with, and then you get different set files and let's say play around with them, sort of work it out yourself, back test it, forward test, and it's really interesting. Really quite interesting actually. It's can be quite addictive once you get, once you get into it. So anyway, I'm doing a bit of that at the minute, and I'll let you know how I get on.
Beauty. Yeah, well, we will too. There's other stuff that happens as well. All right. Well, I better get myself. I'm on hump day today, Wednesday. So middle of the week. I get the kids there and back, and I've done the middle of the week. Rightio then. Till tomorrow. Take it easy. Thank you.